We'll have more on that later, but now back to the breaking news. The President and First Lady soon landing in Florida, where they will survey the damage from Hurricane Idalia. NBC's Guad Venegas is joining us from Live Oak, Florida, one of the area's hardest hit. Guad, welcome on this Saturday. I know yesterday we were talking, you mentioned dirty water, massive numbers of mosquitoes and other issues beyond just the cleanup effort. How about today? What are you seeing?
Alex, we're seeing residents that are still cleaning up their properties, trying to take away a lot of the heavy items. That's been an issue for a lot of the residents when they come back and there's heavy items either on top of the house, on the roof, or in certain parts where they can't clear it out of the way. So they're going to have to wait to get some help. They're doing whatever it is that they can. Now, we've been in different communities throughout the last few days. Yesterday, we were in Horseshoe Beach, which is one of the hardest hit areas. And we spoke to a lot of the residents there who are coming in and doing what they can, which, by the way, they're still waiting for power in that area, which is very necessary. Authorities are focusing on the power, but let's hear from some of the residents there that are doing their own cleanup on their property.
It was heartbreaking. When you come here for vacation, it's beautiful, and you come here now, and it's heartbreaking.
I thought if the house didn't blow away, it would probably be all right. But I knew everything I had downstairs. There were two big sheds. There's one of them. The other one's the next. The other one's the next block over. But we'll rebuild.
Now, Alex, Horseshoe Beach is a remote community. There's one road in, one road out. That's an example of a place that would be disrupted, as the governor's office mentioned, with a visit from the president. So the president isn't going there. He's coming here to Live Oak. It's a much larger community, wider streets. The streets have been cleared, the roads to come in and out. And I want to show you this house behind me. This is what residents are still dealing with. Steve and Rose live in this house here in Live Oak. This is the town where the president's coming. You can see that they have part of a tree over their house. So they've been trying to get any items out of the house that they can. Stephen was able to rescue some equipment. He's a diver. He was able to get some of that very necessary equipment, but they're still waiting. The first thing they need is help to remove that tree. Now, they told me they're waiting for some help from FEMA, but they already went and got quoted just to get that tree off the roof. It's going to be about $2,500, and then it would be left on the side of the house. They would then have to figure out how to remove it. So that's what they're dealing with. It's expensive. They need machinery. And this is just one example of a home that was damaged here in Live Oak. As you mentioned earlier, they've already began the cleanup effort in this community. This is where the president's going to be coming. He's going to be touring the area. So this is what he's going to see. And of course, FEMA is working to get that help out here as soon as possible. Well, again, the local authorities tell us that right now their priority is to get the power and all the services back up for all of the communities affected, Alex.
I mean, what a mess behind you. May I ask, is the president coming directly where you are there in Live Oak? Is he expected there?
We don't know exactly what areas he's going to go to. We know he's coming to this town, and we've also been told he's going to get an aerial tour of the area, but the specifics of which homes he's going to go to, we don't know. This is just one of the homes that's nearby the command center down the road that we came to, and we spoke to the owners who told us about the damage. So this is just one of the examples of the type of damage that they had here, but we don't know the exact location of the homes that the president could be visiting.